Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume.
Stop it.
Okay.
Kensil Culture, puppets, props, puns, podcasts.
I'm just blowing a little hot air there. Okay, no, that's inflation. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Kensil Culture segment that we call Grab Bag Mini Movie Review. And what we do, we empty our shelves in the vast Kensil. Show them the shelves, John.
Right there.
Okay.
That's my wedding video and the movie Pink Flamingos.
You're so shelf-absorbed.
This is true.
But, ladies and gentlemen, right now, Grab Bag Mini Movie Reviews, we pick up a bag filled with movies, DVDs, VHSs, and anything else that comes out, and we pick one out, and we give it a mini movie review.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start right now. All right? And our guest bag of the week.
And it's all completely filled with we don't have to. Yes.
Right there, folks. Yes, Wawa.
Wawa was a battleship in the Civil War.
Yeah, tell that to your mama. All right. But right over there, Wawa is, for those of you who don't know, okay, Wawa is a convenience store here in the
Delaware Valley, yeah.
In the Delaware Valley and around. It has a great reputation. They make hoagies.
There's stores like that across the country. There's Sheets. There's Yak Testicles and in Sioux Falls and just other stores that have.
They have
name.
Super or what's the K? Circle K's.
Yes,
in Sioux Falls.
So this is one of our bags here, and it's filled with movies. We'll give you a quick review.
And so right over there, let's make it convenient for John to pick the first movie that we are going to give a mini review to.
I hope it's The Monster on Morganey Mountain.
Yeah.
And the film we have here is
All right.
James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause. Rebel Without a Cause, right? And
John, why did you do that? Why did you flub that up? Just because the guy wrote Rebel Without a Clue? Who was that?
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, his favorite.
No, it's weird, too. I will say this, too. Now, I've seen a zillion million movies, classic movies. And how old was he when he died? 25?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. He only made like 3 movies, and he died. Was it this one or the other one that he died? It was released after his death. But
it was Giant. One of my favorite movies out there, Giant.
I will have to admit, I've only seen parts of this film. I've never seen the whole movie.
What?
But I know because when he died, he became an icon. So then everybody thought it was cool, like Fonzie would wear a jacket with the collar going. Right? But I'm looking at him. He's a little twerp, a little creep. He's a little twerp, right? But he became an idol. He's one of the first celebs who die young.
He knew how to furrow his brow right there.
He'd be like this.
James Dean could do no wrong for me because it's not that I like this one so much.
I'm James Dean.
Woo! James Dean, this Rebel Without a Brain here. Rebel Without a Cause was it was a teenage movie, okay, and it was the first teenage movie made by a major studio, Warner Brothers. It had Natalie Wood in it, okay, beautiful Natalie Wood, and
is young Dennis Hopper in this, or is the other
young
one?
Dennis Hopper has a minor part. Mm-hmm. And it was made by a director called Nicholas Ray, who was sort of a weirdo director, okay, and ahead of his time, and made some very strange movies. Look him up, Nicholas Ray, and he was a character without a cause. Now, but James Dean in this is what everybody wants to be in the 50s. They're a rebel, and it's post-war, and
is it
troubled teen.
This is colorized too. I guess it was a color movie.
No, it was a very very colorful movie, and it had. He's famous for that red jacket. That's why Michael Jackson wore a red jacket.
You also 2 years ago they made a TNT or TBS made a biography movie on James Dean, and James Franco played him. The actor, he looked exactly like him. He was his freaking double.
With CGI, you can make somebody look.
But no, he didn't have CGI then, though. It was made for a TV movie.
Oh, yeah.
But you're right, though. They can put his face on it, but they dressed him up like him. Same hair. Yeah. But I guess if you like if classic films, you should probably see it. But I always got this confused with the Marlon Brando film, The Wild One, where he played a motorcycle gang leader. But even like him, is he really a sex symbol? He's a little twerp, right? Looks like he should be throwing hot dogs at baseball games.
He's like from Indiana, and he can't. And there's pictures of him like with real thick glasses and things like that. Like he had, but just like Hollywood, I guess 80% of the people who are on the screen are lamb dressed up to look like mutton.
Yeah,
as we say.
And he enjoyed hanging out with waiters.
Yeah, well, and Sal Mineo, and they sort of had, they sort of hinted at a same-sex affair between James Dean and he, or the young guy was looking up to him, but he had eyes for Natalie Wood, who wouldn't. And his father was played by Jim Backus. Okay,
now Gilligan.
Yeah. The incredible Mr. Howell. And he just can't figure out why his son is going bad. But of course, you should see there's a rites of passage. It was filmed in Griffith Park, at the observatory there, and it has some classic scenes and all this and Dennis Hopper.
You should see it. The classic film buffs.
Yes, and there's a cause to see this. Why?
Cause. All right.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be my turn.
Yes.
Now to pick out of the Wawa bag.
I'm shaking it up. So
all right. You sure that's not a 7-Eleven bag? Yes. Okay.
We'd put your mitten there.
I don't look like you do, John. I don't pick like my favorite movies and things like that I can talk about. Oh, this feels.
I hope it's soap.
Okay. This is You Bet Your Life.
Yes, well, that's one of those DVDs you get at the dollar store.
All right. You Bet Your Life, which, hey, if you haven't seen this, You Bet Your Life, it's not a movie to say, There's a grab bag TV review now.
Yes.
This is You Bet Your Life. This was a show they did for Groucho after Groucho sort of retired from the movies with the Marx Brothers.
Groucho did this from like 1949 on the radio till the early 60s. And Groucho thought this is what he enjoyed the most. After kind of making movies, this show, because it highlighted his wit, interacting with people. It's a neat show. It's a shame, though. This is probably from a bad kinescope copy, so you got to take into consideration. You just saw, if you see a Marvel movie with incredible special effects, then you see this with like a flicker. And my dad, older people loved Groucho. Had a very quick wit and very likable. But
Julius is his real name.
That's right. But the pain in the ass of watching these sometimes too is this show was made by NBC, right? Well, when Groucho did the show, it was a very nice camera shoot. Okay, but right here on the wall it said NBC. Yeah. So when the show went in syndication on different channels that weren't NBC, like CBS or ABC or UHF channels, they blew the picture up so you couldn't see the NBC. Like it would pan over to Groucho's face, but it's really bad. Like you're watching like a 1950 TV show, washed out. But it's neat though. Who cares about the quality of that? But the jokes, the asides, Groucho's very funny. Oh, something else I read about this? I have a picture somewhere on my phone. We always thought Groucho was this great wit, and he was right. But they had a 10-foot by 10-foot wall with all his jokes written on it.
I'm sure he supplemented the jokes enough, and that's probably why he enjoyed it, because he had structure and he had chaos like the Marx Brothers did. Yeah. The Marx Brothers are famous for being sort of off script. Yeah. So, and the most prolific being off script, of course, is Groucho, and I love the Marx Brothers, and Groucho, this is just a great way to top off his career.
And he's right. So Wid's right. You know what else he did too? Even though it's not our generation, but comics before Wid, the first humor they ever saw was Groucho Marx, the Marx Brothers, Jackie Gleason, those 60s, 50s TV shows. Sergeant Bilko, Jackie Gleason, him, Red Skeleton, Sid Caesar. So, but this is the guy who's like the father of modern day stand-up, like asides, and the witty guy making asides, like Bill Murray became in Stripes and, Stripes.
No stripes against you. I had a tiger named Dot.
That's neat to watch.
It's very good. And it's being forced down our throats with Jay Leno. Love Jay, okay, but it's not his. It's not his forte. Okay, once in a while, but he's too swarthy for me to be a show host. Groucho always had a little bit of whimsy and heart to him that Jay seems to be missing, or it's a carburetor where his heart should be.
Yes.
But God bless Jay. He's the funniest. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Grab Bag Mini movie and TV reviews, and we hope that you guys subscribe and hit that bell. And ladies and gentlemen, for myself and John Kensil, thank you for tuning in to Kensil Culture.